So this is something I've wanted to see for a while too. I am in Bloomington, Illinois, home of Illinois State University. And I read about this online, and now that I see it, it's every bit as weird as I thought it would be. At some point in Bloomington's history, they had a public square, like a public park area in the middle of town. And in that square back in the I believe it was in the 1870 something, there was a Civil War monument in the middle of town. Monument to Bloomington's Civil War soldiers. And they basically ended up knocking that whole area down. They built it up or whatever. But they took the monument, and at the time, which I believe was in the early 1900s, they took the Civil War monument and they just kind of threw it out in the middle of a field on the outskirts of town. And then as the town of Bloomington expanded and grew, they grew into this farmer's field. And they just sort of left this Civil War monument where they threw it. And now it is in somebody's front yard. It's just some random dude, and I'm going to flip the camera here. That is it right there. That is a Civil War monument from the 1870s, and it's just in that dude's yard. Private property. Apparently, if you ever wanted to buy that house, you would also buy the City of Bloomington Civil War monument from the 1870s. And it just sits here, and the thing I read said it's private property and you better not walk on it, but it's visible from the street. And I'm sitting in my car on the side of the street. I'm sitting in front of this house here, and his neighbor over there, that guy right there, has got a Civil War monument sitting in his front yard. And I'm going to pull up here. It's a very quiet little residential street. I'm going to pull up here. That's the driveway. Actually, it might be. No, it's this guy's house. It's this guy's driveway. But this is it right here. And it looks like maybe it had a piece on the top of it. Oh, where did I lost it? Oh, there it is. Looks like maybe that right there, like a column, would have gone up. And I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera here. Yeah, you can kind of see. Looks like there at least at one point was writing on it. Probably guys' names. But yeah, if you want to ever buy that house, you will also buy the City of Bloomington's 130-year-old, 140-year-old Civil War monument. So there you go. Strange things you see. And as I would say in rural, but I'm not even in rural Illinois. I'm in Bloomington, Illinois, which is not a rural area. Yeah, some guy has a Civil War monument in his front yard. What are you going to do? We buy the house, you buy the monument.